Hello there. I procrastinated this video for far too long, so now the sun's going down and I'm paying for my mistakes. If I sound a bit weird, that's because I am weird. It's because I am sick. I have the flu. I've been diagnosed with influenza. I involuntarily have to stay away from work for the next like 5 days or something. Physically, I feel like actually fine. It's just my voice is a bit weird. Apparently it's contagious, so I'm not allowed to be at work, which kind of sucks because I don't get paid any sick leave in my job. So I thought I'd make some money elsewhere. And by make money elsewhere, I mean, please watch the mid-roll ads. I'm an influencer with influenza. Yeah, I thought it was funny. I've lived in Japan for the past 5 years. 4 of those years were in Osaka and the past year has been in Tokyo. In those 5 years, as you would imagine, I mean, I don't know, I guess anywhere in the world people would see weird shit, but specifically in Japan, it's pretty common to like come across things that they're maybe not all that weird to Japanese people, but it's very, very strange to a foreigner. I mean, some of these things are just kind of strange to come across in general. Oh man, there's been some great things. All right, well, let's start off with some mild stories. In Japan, drinking is very common. You can see drunk people everywhere you go. There was one time, me and my friends were sitting on the train and we were just like chatting to ourselves. My friend like nudges me and she was like, hey Hannah, look at the guy sitting across from us, second from the end. And you just see like, you know, the row of people sitting there minding their own business. Oh, I lost my microphone. Which hole was it in? Yeah, so we just like looked at the row of people sitting on the train. It was just like normal, normal, normal. And then you just see this one guy. He was in this full like business suit and he was just sitting there, just like minding his own business, but with like the biggest, smuggest expression on his face. And his face was bright red, like lobster. It was the reddest face I've ever seen in my life. I just thought it was so funny because he was just sitting there like, no one's going to know that I am wasted right now because I'm sitting here nice and calm with a smile on my face, but his face just gave everything away. Oh, it was funny. It's a good time. Apart from that, like other drunk things I've seen in Japan. Oh my gosh, I just remembered. I've just had a flashback to my first year in Japan. We went to this club. It's called Owl in Osaka. This was back when I was 19 years old and I was fresh and skinny. And there was a sumo wrestler sitting in one of the booths. You rarely ever see sumo wrestlers just roaming around the streets, but I think there was like a tournament around that area at that time. There was a sumo wrestler sitting at one of the booths. One of his like managers or something came out to me and he said, oh, excuse me, miss, the gentleman over here really likes you and he wonders if you would like to have a drink with him. And stupidly, oh, I'm such an idiot, I said no. I think I was just like shy and timid and I was like, oh, I don't speak Japanese, I'm sorry. Like an idiot. Oh, I should have said yes. That would have been the best story ever. I promise this is real. This actually happened. I remember exactly the night because I was wearing my fancy new, it was actually a swimsuit, but I wore it out like clubbing. Who am I? But yeah, damn, that was a great story. I mean, could have been even greater if I wasn't such an idiot. When I was like training for my marathon, it's probably like my second year in Japan. And I remember this because I was running up this big hill. I was running through a park that I always run through. And I ran up like the top of this hill. And then I got to the top and I remember seeing a man just kind of like jogged past him. And then I realized in my head, I was like, wow, that guy has some really short shorts on. Like, he must be freezing. It's the middle of winter. And I turned around to be sure. I was like, did I see that right? Is he wearing like really short shorts or did my eyes deceive me? I turned around to see him and he just kind of like slowly turned back around to face me. He was wearing literally a trench coat, not even kidding, a trench coat and nothing else underneath. Nothing at all. He just letting it all hang out. I had this like smile on his face. Holy crap, I like leapt out of my skin and just ran away. I've never run so fast. I did not want to see that. Never seen a flasher before in my life except for that one day. And I don't want to see it again. It's like getting a dick pic except it's real. Yeah. There's actually been, just got so many memories, so many flashbacks of penises in Japan. I've seen a lot of penises in Japan. I mean, not just other men's penises that I've seen a lot of them. Involuntarily, obviously, I don't want to see them. Quite a few men just kind of like taking a leak on the side of the road, like all the time. Why? Why? Just wouldn't expect Japan to be the place to do that. Another time, oof, it actually happened kind of recently. I'll save that for another video because there's an investigation going into that with the police at the moment, so I'll save that for another time. I've got this like weird energy today. I think I'm like funnier when I'm sick. Oh, okay, this one I've actually got video evidence of. So it was in Osaka. I was in a place called Sankaku Koen, which is like a pretty famous fashion hub, I guess. They often have like pop groups and idol concerts and stuff like that above this one particular fashion shop. Yoshi and I would always go into this store because they've got really cool fashion. Above the store, they've got this big like, it's like a big LCD. Is it LCD? Liquid crystal display? No, it's not. LED display, that's what it was. I almost called it an LSD display. An LED screen above the... Okay, so there's a shop with an LED screen above the shop. The whole thing rises up like that above the store. So there's like this big like open space there. The people can have concerts up there. So it's like this little mini stage, and then people in the park can just like sit and watch or whatever. There was this one like idol group, I guess, who was there at the time. It was a girls group. There's quite a lot of idol groups in Japan in general. Actually, probably about hundreds of them. It's just like this huge money-making business where, anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. It was an idol group that was performing up there, and I got to see like that idol group's fans. Oh wow, it was insane. They were all like middle-aged men, I guess. They knew every single lyric, every single dance move. They were like singing along and they were dancing to it, and whoa, it was crazy. I've never seen like actual fans of idol groups going full out like that. I think it was specifically crazy because it was out in the middle of the open, and these guys just like, power to them. They really didn't care who was watching them. They didn't care if they looked weird. It was kind of like, yeah, all right, you let your freak flag fly, you know what I mean? If you're gonna love something, go for it, you know? I still care what people think when I'm like vlogging out in public when I probably shouldn't, and these guys surely didn't, so yeah, props to them. That was crazy. It was very, very interesting. And then on to the final story, my favorite story. This wasn't in my gym in Tokyo, this was in Osaka. Again, all of these stories happen in Osaka. Is that saying something about Osaka? No, Osaka's just full of very eclectic people. I love Osaka. Anyway, so I don't have any video footage of this because I really don't like, I would hate for someone to film me in the gym, and it would just make me feel really self-conscious and stuff like that. So I would never film someone else at the gym, but boy, have I seen some stuff. Some very, very, very interesting gym moves that I've seen at the gym, but nothing in those videos will ever top the man that I saw this one day. Set the scene. The man was about, I want to say like 60 years old. Everyone in Japan works out until they're like basically dead. Like everyone's so old in the gym, but they're still getting it. Like, it's amazing. You know, like in, I don't know, I'm not American, but you know in like American football, they've got the big helmets on, but underneath that, they've got this kind of like thin padded kind of helmet. It's like a little bit squishy almost, and then they put the big helmet on top of that. So he had one of those thin padded helmets on, but it was completely turned around, so it was covering his face. Like in between like each little pad on this helmet, they've got these tiny little gaps. He was looking through the little gaps on his helmet that had been turned around. I saw him put on this helmet and I was like, ooh, wait. I need to know what he's about to do with this. I continued doing my own exercises. I wasn't like hovering the area or anything. He takes his helmet. I need to zoom out on the camera for this. Hold on. Now you can see all the mess next to me. Anyway, so he takes his helmet, he turns it backwards. He lies down flat. He's got his little mask on thing right here, right? He picks up a weight. Let's pretend that this is like a 10-kilo plate, okay? He puts that on his face, and then he starts doing like neck ups. I'm not even kidding, he goes like this. So basically, he put the mask on, like the helmet on backwards, so that the plate, the 10-kilo plate, wouldn't hurt his face when he put it on his face so that he could work his neck muscles. Wow, every time I think back to it, I just kind of look back, you know those memories you look back on and you go, did that really happen? Oh, it was the weirdest. It was so funny to me at the time. I think it will forever top every workout video, like crazy workout video that I've ever seen. Whoa, next level. It was great. It was a cherry on top of a great workout. Oh yeah, I've been recording for about 22 minutes now. That'll make for a good quality or something, 10-minute video-ish. Those are some of the strangest things that I've seen while living in Japan. There wasn't really much of a point to this video. It's more just a fun little video of little anecdotes of funny things that have happened to me while being in Japan. Just putting it out there, I love Japan. I love Japan so much. And I never want to perpetuate the stereotype that Japan is this crazy, weird, wacky country. There are weird and wacky parts to it, but in exactly the same way that your country has weird and wacky parts to it as well. It's just that the media likes to blow up this certain side of it. I am not trying to perpetuate that stereotype in particular. With that being said, there are some strange things that I, as a foreigner living in Japan, have experienced, and they're fun to share with people. So yeah, let me know if you're living in Japan, what's the weirdest thing that you've seen while living here? And have you seen anything similar to what I saw? I'd be really interested to hear what your experiences are. And apart from that, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up if you want to see more stuff like this. I mean, not really like this. If you want to see more stuff that's more like travel based, traveling around Japan, travel vlogs, travel tips, you can subscribe, and I will see you next time. Oh, and follow me on Instagram if you want to slide into my DMs or something. See you next time. Probably tomorrow, because I'm still sick for the next 3 days. Fabulous. All right, bye.